Just rolled in behind this old street rod that appears to be all steel. See that rust coming through those couple little spots? It's for sale. 59 caddy taillights. Dual exhaust. That appears to be rust up there, so whatever it is, it's all steel. I'm gonna follow him wherever he goes, and we're gonna check it out. If I'm being honest, I can't really tell if it's a Ford or Chevy because there's a really good reason. I have a 31 Ford, but it's a Roadster. I don't know how the back windows are generally shaped. I know that on a Ford, the tank, when it's in the back there that you can see kind of down under the license plate, that's a 32 Ford thing. So it looks like that, but as of right now, I have no idea what it really is. Going 30 in a 55. A row of cars behind us. He's got a for sale sign, so I hope he doesn't think I'm stalking him. I hope. A little two-door sedan. I'd kind of like to know how much he wants for it. Probably a small block Chevy Turbo 350, the typical stuff. Turn signal's still on. Imagine that. No, is he turning? He's probably full-blown wondering what the heck I'm doing. I'm just wanting to ask you about your car, about either that or he's luring me back in the middle of nowhere. This is how he lures people back to like rob them. Get them back in the middle of nowhere here and then say, no, wallet, keys, come in. Bumpy little road. You know, after seeing the side of it, it kind of looks like one of those Bantam things. Like if you got a 4-door and you cut out the front doors or the back ones and made it shorter. I've got to see what this is. I hope he doesn't think I'm like stalking him right now because I would really like to know what the little car is. It's so cool. Yeah, it looks like kind of a 90s, early 90s street rod. And here we are to ask him about it. I'll turn the phone back on in just a second.
The carburetor worked fine for several months.
That's how they generally, yeah. By the way, I'm Sean.
Ed.
Good to meet you, Ed.
Same here.
So what is it titled as?
Yeah.
What is this titled as?
Just a car.
Okay. Is it like a 30 Ford or what?
31 Ford. Standard, you know.
Yeah.
No hot rod, no street rod, no
Ford V8.
Car, no antique, nothing.
Yeah, rack and pinion on the front. You sure seem to be going down the road just fine. It seemed to be driving
25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's all. That's a 302 engine.
Yeah, Ford.
Yeah. And it's way too big for this car.
Oh, yeah.
This is a, you know, this is a 1,500 pound car or whatever it is.
Yeah, this thing originally came with a 40 horsepower 4-cylinder. Huh.
That's what it should have in it all the time.
The frame is very wishy-washy on these.
Had the frame reinforced.
Oh, boxed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you had it?
Oh, 10, 12 years.
I built mine 20 years ago.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they're great cars. And you move the seats back so you have lots of room.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That door don't close too good, but if you want to photograph it inside,
okay.
I've got all the original metal. This is a total metal car. It's no fiberglass in here anywhere.
I could tell when I was sitting back at the light, I saw the little rust spot and I said, well, it's not fiberglass.
No, everything is metal. The hood is
right in the back there.
Hood's in there. The running boards are in there.
How much are you asking for this?
I'll tell you, I'll let it go for $15,000 the way it's running.
That's about right. I like that you kept these too.
Oh, sure.
I like these. The original, yeah. I like this. Is it okay to sit in it? Is it okay to sit in it?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. They're a Fiero seats.
I thought they looked familiar.
Yeah, Fiero.
What a cool old car. Did you buy it locally?
No, I'm from Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
my wife saw this car as I was taking her to the doctor's one day. She said, "Oh, look at that beautiful car."
Aw.
And then it was, because the Florida weather didn't get to the paint. Because
Right.
I had a garage at all the time. So anyway, we're right. She said, "Let's take this car for a ride." I said, "Okay." We're going for a ride. "Oh, buy me this car."
Our women get us in trouble, don't they?
Boy, oh boy. So anyway, the farm burned down, and my daughter said, "You've always wanted to live in Florida. Come on down to Florida."
Yeah.
She said, "You can stay at my place until you get situated, and then whatever, you know." Well, I had no idea that the paint was that bad on it, you know.
Yeah, in this area down here, like you said, it has a tendency, the moisture gets back behind the paint and the bodywork and the primer.
Bad news. So anyway, the car was running fine for years.
Yeah.
I used to have, you know, various carburetors on it and everything. And I said, "Well, I tell you what, I don't really want this car much anymore." My wife's in the nursing home.
Oh,
over here.
okay.
She don't know from nothing about the car anymore. So I said, "I'll tell you what, I'll give the car to the grandkids."
Yeah.
Well, she said, "All right, I'll get a shelter for it."
Yeah, okay.
Never got the shelter.
Oh.
3 years later, I said, "Oh, I got to take the car back. You're not doing anything with it."
Wow.
So-
1959 Cadillac taillights.
Yes. Whimsy.
I like it. I bet this was really pretty when you first got it. I like the color.
Oh, the colors.
Yeah.
This Shelby Mustang.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Keeping with the Ford tradition.
Yeah. So,
Oh, that's where you mounted the seat belt. I was
Seat
wondering
belt,
what that
yeah.
was. Yeah.
seat belt. So anyway, I got it. I thought to myself, this is going to be an expensive rebuild, because it had a spring front end under it.
Yeah, the old
Had
style.
It had a wishbone tail.
Yeah.
So I started with the independent front suspension, the 4-bar rear.
You did all this since you've had it?
Yeah,
Woo!
the transmission disconnect.
Is the transmission a C4 automatic?
C4, yeah. You can disconnect the drive shaft and flat toe it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is a recent engine here. This
Okay.
I put in just before I came to Florida. And
Power steering. I like it.
good. I'm glad you like it. Please buy it. I'll tell you what.
So 302 the carburetor, C4. He's had it for 10 years. He went to a rack and pinion front end.
23,000 miles since the
23,000.
started the rebuild.
But it's all steel.
20 years ago.
Wow. Wow, that's a cool car. Howdy. Well, there you have it, another friend made. 88-year-old Ed. He's had that car for about 10 years. It had the original suspension and everything on it when he got it. Since then, it's gone to a rack and pinion on the front. He changed it out to a solid, probably like a 9-inch Ford or maybe Chevy 10-bolt. But anyway, we were standing there talking about, I've got a 31 Ford Model A Roadster that has 3 deuces on it. And that's a 31 Ford 2-door sedan. It's been all cut up and modified, but he was talking about his 51 Ford that he had for several years that had 3 deuces. 88 years old and still out cruising around in his hot rod. Man, that is so many years away for me right now, but I hope I'm that guy. I hope I'm that guy. Thanks for watching.